Welcome. It's 6 a.m. in the morning, which means that it's time for cold shower, which I totally hate. But I've been doing this thing for more than 170 days straight, and I have no right to skip it and make excuses right now. So the school's starting soon, but usually before school I get some work done. But today, unfortunately, I woke up a little bit later than I should have been because usually I wake up at around 5:30, but now I woke up at 6. But anyway, just gonna get some work in, at least. It's a meditation session, and then we're gonna go to school. Today it's fucked. We've got this until like 3:30 p.m. and then right after school I'm gonna go to the gym, and then right after the gym I'm gonna hit some actual work. So, yeah. So the school is now done. Get a little bit of food for myself, and I'm going to the gym. So I'm now done with the gym, and I've been thinking about this idea a lot recently, that there is a cost for being a deep thinker. Now, a lot of us, especially teenagers from like 15 to maybe 20 years old, are all overthinkers. We are all massive overthinkers. Like, I'm an overthinker from my toes to the top of my head. Like, anything I do, I'm uncertain about it until I actually do the thing. Like, most of the time when I'm doing something which I'm not used to, for example, talking to strangers or randomly approaching someone, or let's say answering a question about a really hard topic in school, every single time right before I'm about to do the thing, I'm overthinking it, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna say and what I'm gonna do. And I think that this point where you're not sure and you're uncertain and you're overthinking, like, should I do this or should I not do this? If you're overthinking about it, you should do this. Like, it depends, of course, on what type of decisions you're trying to make. But if you're making something really irrelevant, like something that's not gonna matter in 2 weeks, for example, just take the step, just do whatever. You're gonna see what happens. What is the worst thing that can happen? Like, the worst case scenario is you get the thing wrong and you learn from it. Like, anyways, that is an experience. Like, before I started doing this YouTube thing, I was scared of talking to people. I was probably one of the biggest social autists that you can imagine. Like, I was literally scared of talking to people, social anxiety and all the rest of it. And every time I needed to talk to someone, even if I knew like it was inevitable, for example, buying a membership to the gym, I would overthink. And the moment I would overthink, I would usually not take the action. But when I had the courage to take the action and to execute on that thing, which I was overthinking about, I never regretted it. Like, you're never going to regret taking the risk. Every time, whether you get it right or whether you get it wrong, you're going to get an experience. You're going to be more certain in yourself. You're going to start to trust your own words. We should learn to take this leap of faith and just see what the fuck happens. And I think that this is an ability all of us have to develop. Just pick the thing. Just do at least something. Don't overthink it. And back on the overthinking thing. And yeah, by the way, as you can see, I'm home now. Back on the overthinking thing. I think that there's nothing worse for your mental health than overthinking. And the way you can escape overthinking, at least that's what I've been able to develop for myself, and that's something I'm trying to work more on, is to commit to things for long term. And so I'm not talking about relationships, and I'm not talking about trying not to date anyone or nothing related to that. I'm talking to Committing to things such as business that you're doing. So if you're doing something, commit for it for a long run. Like put yourself in the box. Like if you are in the box, then you've decided that you are in this box until you get the thing that you want. And then you can get out of this box and maybe create a new one on whatever you decide to do. And the power of being in the box is that you eliminate all of the unnecessary decisions. So if you made a decision to like, I'm not gonna quit until I make, let's say, $500 a month or 1K a month or 10K a month, whatever. I'm gonna do this thing until I quit, no matter how much time is required. Then you will have no choice but to get things done. And if you're not gonna get things done, you're gonna pivot or gonna quit. Like it is the quitting, and you will know, and you will feel guilty. It's going to be on you because if you commit and you quit, that's totally on you. And if you're a person of your word, then that's not something you would really want to deal with. I remember once choosing where I'm gonna eat for lunch, and so I'm standing there in school in canteen, and I'm just looking at those two sandwiches. And there's like a sandwich with a chicken and the sandwich with eggs, and I'm looking like, oh, which one should I take? Like, oh, this one has more protein, but this one is kind of more healthy because it has no sauce. But this one has more protein, but I'm looking, oh, but I don't want to get like so many pimples on my face and all of those stupid ass things that are in my mind. They're not supposed to fill up my mind. And this choice is just irrelevant in the long run. Like whatever I choose, like the sandwich I choose, it doesn't matter. But yet still I'm spending a lot of time on it. And that's a really interesting thing about human psychology, I think, because we often spend the most time on the decisions that matter the least, if that makes sense. But anyways, it's now time for work. It's 8 p.m. and I usually go to sleep at 9 so that I can wake up at 5:30. But now I'm just gonna hit like probably just 30 or 40 minutes of like deep work session so that I can literally go to sleep and wake up tomorrow in the morning and hit my actual work like for an hour or two before school. And tomorrow is a chess day, so we gotta eat a lot. But anyways, let's just start working. So it's actually almost 5 p.m. the next day. So it's the day after I recorded my vlog. It's 6th of September, and I think this video is gonna come out tomorrow, which I'm editing right now. But yeah, I just like pumped myself up with caffeine because school finished a lot earlier today, and I got my Tomcat Ali, and now I'm just breezing through the work. And I'm trying to do like the hardest task that I have in a day, which is editing the video and sending as many as possible outreach messages. And probably I'm gonna cold call in the evening because tomorrow is Saturday, and it's not really good to cold call on Saturday, but I think I will do that anyway. Gotta put in the work for all this week that school consumed, and now we just gotta get the reps in and produce some actual outcomes. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched until this moment. I really appreciate you, and make sure to leave something down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear about what you think about those kinds of videos. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.